Sedona. I wanted to take a solo trip, and this has been a destination on my list for a while, and I was really excited to finally check it off.
Okay, let's go.
The ride there was pretty interesting. I hit a rainstorm, which ripped my windshield wiper off. I hit my very first dust storm, a bunch of traffic, and then really asked myself if I should just turn around. But I kept going for some reason. Finally made it, and honestly, I'm really glad I did.
I just picked my spot, and a little bunny just ran, and I think that's confirmation that this is right. But check this out.
This was my first solo camping trip, and I just wanted to really prove to myself that I could do it and see some beautiful shit this weekend. When I showed up, I was already in awe. The campsite was really easy to find, and the sun stayed up just long enough to set up camp. I had done my research before taking this trip, but it ended up being way hotter than I had expected, so I had to change almost immediately. But the moment those shorts were on, I was off. I had to unpack the car so I could repack the car. That orange mat was perfect, exact length of my car, and it matched, so that was kind of ideal. And honestly, at this point, I was spooked out by anything and everything. It was literally just the crunch of my own feet.
I'm pretty proud of my setup, so. It gets better.
Something about the moon always makes me feel at home, and after feeling kind of spooked, that was definitely needed before going to bed. The morning was just as beautiful as the night before, but I'll be honest, I slept like shit.
I just woke up, but I have this special thing about traveling. I swear every time I travel and choose a campground, I always wake up to hot air balloons, and sure enough, I did it again. Good freaking morning, people!
One day, I will be able to do this.
I can see Jerome!
Roughly a year ago, I went on a trip to Jerome, and I think I was just dumbfounded that I could actually see it from my camp spot. The last lookout was the farthest pin on my trip, so I just started to make my way back. I found a pull-off on the side of the road that took me into the creek, and I was the only one there. I could just soak up all of the sounds, feel the cold water, just make peace within the first few hours of my trip. And I honestly think that this is what kickstarted everything.
We are in Oak Creek, Arizona. I have spent the entire morning getting stuck in crazy traffic. Well, literally where I'm sitting right now, I saw a sign that is talking about the Indian Gardens. Now across the street, they've opened a little cafe.
This little cafe was so perfect that I had to come back the second day. It gave me the perfect space to journal, take a breath, eat some delicious food, and get some killer chai latte.
I gotta poop really bad. Okay, the pooping has been completed. We're on to the next destination now.
You're welcome for that. But friendly reminder, having to poop and hike is not a fun mixture. So if you want to see those views, you gotta do the do. this point, it was about midday, and the sun was doing its thing. I could barely find any shade, smacked my head on this tree, and honestly, a little bit after this, realized quickly that this was not going to be the hike of the day.
Ew. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I did a hike this morning that was not very long, but it's because I accidentally went the wrong way. So I did like one hike that I wasn't planning on doing and half of one that I was planning on doing, but it was exposed, so I bite the bullet and just say no. So then I was like, let me go find some water. That was dumb. Everybody's trying to find water, but I have a little secret spot, and there's about maybe 20 cars, so I might actually be okay. We'll find out.
I really am so thankful that I had saved this pin from over a year ago. I found it flying on Google Earth one day, and it helped so much with the whole parking situation.
Oh boy, it is hot. But I have located a trail that's in the shade. One that I have gone on before, but I'm taking a different way, so it's kind of like a new trail. Oh my god, these lizards are everywhere. Goes to take a photo and realizes that I'm burnt. Day 1. 6 miles hiked in 100 degrees. I got sunburnt, got to touch some cold water, and my feet hurt, my knees hurt, and frankly, I am just so excited for bed, but I'm trying to force myself to stay awake so that I actually sleep tonight. But here is camp spot number 2.
As wooey as it may seem to some people, I felt like my soul had healed so much already in the first day, and I was really looking forward to day number 2. I can't believe this, but I did not fall asleep until 11:30 again, but it was definitely better than night number 1. Day number 2, I was gifted again with air balloons in the distance, but this time I had another surprise coming.
Pretty positive that paraglider, he might be hyper focused on the fact that he's literally flying through the sky, but if this is like his everyday thing he does, he totally just got a little nudity in the morning.
I had saved all of the pins that were going to require the pass for day number 2, mainly so I could get the most out of it. But what I did not realize is just how much I was now going to be jam-packing into one day. The first stop was Bell Rock. It was only 0.8 miles, so I honestly thought I could get it done super quick. What I didn't fully understand is the elevation gain that comes with those 0.8 miles.
It's 90 degrees, but we're doing it.
It took me a matter of seconds to realize this was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Your girl is a rock climber today. I just freaking climbed up these rocks.
Cathedral. As long as I don't die on Bell Rock right now, I'll tackle that next. This has been such a great trip, but I just met a woman. She just took pictures of me on top of this rock. And she's like, you have such wonderful energy, what's your name? I tell her it's Kristina. I ask her, she says Carrie. I go, oh my God, that's my best friend's name. What do you spell your name with? A C or a K? She goes, K. I go, holy shit, so does mine. She goes, no fucking way. I don't think I've ever met anybody else that spells her name like that. And she goes, me neither. Oh, you can even look at that. A whopping 5 miles an hour. It's gonna take me an hour and 12 minutes, it says, to get 5.8 miles down the road. Curious just how long this weekend I've spent in traffic, just simply waiting on people to go. But then again, Kristina, you chose a holiday weekend to do a solo trip to find yourself.
Because of this and the time of day, pretty much everything else on the list I couldn't make it to, except for the Peace Park. I cried here, not once, but twice, because it was so beautiful. I took my time to meditate and journal, soak in all of the views, listening to the birds and the wind chimes. The funny thing is I started to kind of just walk around these little trails, and before I knew it, I found myself wandering on an actual hiking trail. When I realized what was happening, I said, screw it, it's the end of the trip, and I might as well just go. I had no idea what to expect from this trip. I really just wanted to set out and do something new and try to find myself. I think in return I ended up finding something that I truly love, because this trip is really what pushed me to start this channel.
Just had a pretty awesome solo trip, but I thought you might be proud of me because I got myself some road pickles. It's called a pickle pouch.
As always, thank you for watching. Please enjoy my fancy pinky while I drive, some extra bloopers at the end, and of course, if you enjoyed this, give me a like and subscribe.
I'm sorry. Okay, alright. You're not gonna hurt me. Why am I scared of you? My butt. Why are you on my butt?